Okay, I'm gonna get this music started first, but can we talk about how fine I look right now? I look so good. Good God. Ugh, just wake up fine every time. Thank you, Spirit. Every day I rise, I wake up fine, finer than wine, okay? So, let's get this aura cleanse for. Let me turn it up. Okay, so we got the vibes set. And now that Mercury is out of retrograde, we still have a few planets that are going to be affecting us, like Jupiter. So as Mercury was in retrograde, it was a reflection period. It was a time to really sit back and look at the things that you asked for and how you're going about it, because Jupiter has everything to do with abundance, and sometimes we need that Mercury retrograde to go back in time and realize, I need to fix this, I need to tweak this, I need to do this in my life, more of this, less of this, and things like that. So when Jupiter is going in retrograde, it's either going to be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you learned your lesson through Mercury's retrograde. So if you're just continuing the same cycle over and over and over again, then it's probably not going to be the most fun period for you. And this is lasting until October. So it's going to be a long ride. I think October 18th. I could be wrong, but still, it's going to be a long journey with Jupiter in retrograde. So when you have, oh, I got little fuzzies on my neck. When you have Jupiter in retrograde, it is an important time to keep grinding, keep redefining what it is that you want to bring into your life, and also you have to keep Saturn's energy in check. So if you have, like, my Jupiter is in Capricorn, and it's in my second house. So if I'm not in alignment with what I'm supposed to be doing, the first thing to go is my money, because that's Saturn's energy, that's Capricorn's energy, and that's that you know what you're supposed to be doing, you're not fucking doing it. So when you have a guardian of your abundance that is Saturn, that Capricorn energy, you have to pay attention to your life, because Saturn will always be there to restrict the things that you want. It's usually financially, just to get your attention so you can reflect inside and you can see what it is that you're missing. So Mercury retrograde is giving you the layout of everything that that you want to bring in and how you're going about it. So when you go through that Mercury retrograde, that communication with spirit, with other people, places and things like that, and it comes out of retrograde and we go into Saturn. Saturn is there to let you know, like, oh, did you learn any lesson during this, or are you going to keep repeating the cycle? Because if we keep repeating the cycle, it's going to really be hard for a lot of people, especially this summer, because Jupiter is going in retrograde for a very long time. So Mercury was shining the light, and Jupiter is like, oh, are you ready or not? That's basically what's going on. So I'm going to pull some cards just to get a collective message, because I was supposed to do a pick a card reading, but I figured I might as well wait until Mercury's out of retrograde and do it that way. Hold on one second. Can I change the name of this live? I don't think I can. Whatever. Collective reading. Here we go. So I'm going to get my Santa Muerte. I'm going to get my Moonology. I'm going to get everything together. But yeah, when we have these periods of Mercury going in retrograde, it is a time of reflection. So if you've see the lessons and learned the lessons, Jupiter is about to bless you so big. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. So a collective message. I'm going to get my own personal deck first. I'm going to pull some cards. Ooh. Let's see what I got. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. And this is the perfect card to pop out first out of the deck because it really is a toss-up. You know what I'm saying? As we move through and navigate Jupiter's retrograde, we have to really define ourselves again. Because Mercury pointed out a lot of our flaws. Mercury pointed out a lot of things that we need to tweak internally and externally. And Jupiter is that Wheel of Fortune. Jupiter is that energy that's like, oh, are you ready to receive this energy, or are you still bullshitting? Are you still repeating the same cycle over and over again and then wondering why you're not getting what you want? You know, it's one of those things. And the moon. So we have Wheel of Fortune and the moon. And this is all about your emotions if you don't know about the moon. It's all about your emotions. So when you're tweaking yourself internally and you're really doing the internal work, trying to build yourself, trying to grow yourself, that reflection time, hey, how you doing? That reflection time, that is that moon energy, okay? It's all about reflection. It's all about diving internally to fix your external life. That's really what retrogrades are about. It's not the universe making fun of you. It's not the universe picking on you. It's the universe asking you, do you want to be in this energy again? Or do you want more? You know, and it's so simple, but because it's our lives and it's because it's so personal to us, it feels like an attack sometimes, you know. But I'm here to tell you that if you pay attention to the lessons that keep cycling, you'll be able to better navigate these retrogrades, you know. So let me get one more from my deck. Actually, I think I'm gonna do my you said felt. Yes, listen. Trust me, you're not the only one. I was skating by, and then I had to do the Juneteenth healing ritual, and that drummed up so much internal problems that I just put on the back burner. But I know me personally, in order to get what I want, I have to heal that, you know. So it just is what it is. Sometimes you really need that that retrograde to really help you redefine yourself, so you're not repeating the cycles, like I said, not repeating shit over and over and over again. So I have worked through your fears, and the answers you need are coming. So with working through your fears, this is the main thing that really stops us from our abundance, from that Jupiter energy. And when Mercury is in retrograde, it shows us all of our fears, anxieties, maybe our internal, external problems that we have that maybe we personally don't notice, but we can see through other people as well. Sometimes with these retrograde periods, it's not always about what's going on in your life. Sometimes it has to do with the people that's around you, and you have to pay attention to the different energies that you're surrounded around, so you can get a grasp and really understand what are these fears. Because sometimes it's easier for us to know our fears when we're not going through it and we're watching other people go through it, you know. So sometimes this working through our fears energy is us seeing other people go through something that resonates with us internally. It's sort of like an easy way to heal without actually going through the process, you know? So really pay attention to the people that are around you, especially during retrograde periods, because sometimes that's the universe's way of letting us know what we need to fix inside. It's not always in our lives, you know, sometimes it's outside of us. So definitely pay attention to that. And I also have the answers you need are coming. And this is that Jupiter energy, that Capricorn energy, that money, okay? And that's really what it is. Like when we stress, when we have these fears and these anxieties, okay? We have to realize that letting it go is our best option. And it's really our only option sometimes, is just letting it go, because we have to realize that the more we hold on to the pain, the more we hold on to, it's okay, you good, Amaya. the more we hold on to the pain, and the more we hold on to these dark energies, the more darkness we manifest into our lives. You know, the answers that you need are always right there, right in front of you. Sometimes it's hard for us to see, which is why I told y'all about this card, because sometimes it's not showing up in our own personal lives. It shows up in the people that are around us, you know. And we have to remember that everybody's life is individually unique, you know. So it may be certain things that somebody might be going through a version of what you're going through or have went through, but you haven't personally healed from it. So that's why it keeps cycling around these retrograde periods, because Spirit's trying to tell you, oh, you remember when you went through that? Do you remember when you felt like that? You healing from it or not? You healing or not? Because we're trying to bless you, but this is blocking you. You know, it's really like that. It really is. And you have to realize that the universe is always on your side. It's always on your side. If you allow it to move you instead of trying to be the one operating and orchestrating every detail of your life, it will go so much easier and so much swifter. You know, we are our own worst enemies, honestly. And of course, the darkness card want to pop out. But we are our own worst enemies. And we have to realize that, and we have to own that. You know, we have to realize that people are usually reflections of our own inner turmoil sometimes, you know. And we have to remember that not all the, you know, Spirit's not going to just tell us what we need to heal. It's going to show us, you know. Oh, work. Of course, work pops out. And this always has to do with the inner work, because the inner work never stops, okay? It's always a consistent moving piece, you know? When we want things, we have to understand that, okay, if I work to get this, I'm going to get it, you know? Like, we get so caught up in, like, the day-to-day, the working a real job and things like that. But when we take time to do the inner work in order to manifest the things that we want, magic happens. And this inner work is working through your fears. And it is taking that time, even if it's 10 minutes a day, just to call in abundance, calling in peace, calling in personal gratitude for your life. Or you can have like gratitude for just little things, you know. Asking your spirit team to help you recognize blessings in your life will help you understand how the universe works, you know, because sometimes we only recognize blessings when they leave. And it's okay to really ask our spirit team, like, what is a blessing in my life right now? You know, I actually had to do that, because it was a point where I had so much, you know what I'm saying? But I was still upset. I was like, why don't I have this? Why don't I have that? And I was like, you know what? Spirit, help me recognize a blessing, okay? And not only did I, like, you know, take more time, spend more time with my daughter one-on-one, I really, like, was able to recognize, like, oh, these people don't have, you know, half of what I have, and they still find happiness. So why is it internally that I still feel sad? Why do I still feel angry? Why do I still feel hurt? Why do I still feel this? And that's where that inner work comes in. Because when we're able to recognize little blessings, small blessings, the big ones flood in. And we have to take into account that it is our own personal choice to choose healing. And when you choose healing, that's when that release of the energy comes. That's when the blessings can flood in. Because a lot of our blessings are blocked because we're not doing internal work, you know? And I could speak for myself, because, baby, I thought I was working, okay? I'm just getting started. It's always moving. It's always the goal is to continuously evolve. You know, the goal is to be the best you can possibly be. And you can't do that if you're blaming other people for your life. You can't do that if you don't see why your life is the way that it is. Sometimes we need that retrograde period to really see ourselves, you know, and we have to really see who we are. That's really it. We have to see who we are. And that retrograde, especially Mercury, will show us everything we need to work on in order to be that person that we want to be. Okay? So we have the rebirth, of course, the rebirth. And this is one of my favorite cards with Santa Muerte. And I think that we have to really take into account that when we do these rebirth periods, when we go through these retrogrades, it's our opportunity to get ahead of ourselves and get out of our own way. So when we have these unconscious dreams, unconscious feelings, surrounded around our pain, we have to take into account that it's reflecting what we need to work on. You know, so I feel like for a lot of people, dream messages will come very easily, especially as Mercury, you know, I was navigating through Mercury retrograde. I was dreaming like a motherfucker, okay? So pay attention to your dreams, especially pay attention to your subconscious thoughts and feelings about yourself and others, because sometimes that is a reflection of who we are, a reflection of where we want to go, or a reflection of an energy that we need to be in order to be in, you know, to get what we want. So I am going to leave this up. I think it'll be up for like 30 days. But I'm gonna post this on my YouTube page as well. And yeah, thank you guys for coming in. This is just a quick little collective reading, and I hope it resonated. And yeah, see you later. Bye.